in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Ball State Cardinals, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Buckeyes' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals' offense takes the field for the first time today. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page.
Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game. Because David, obviously, having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense. This is his first game. It's the first time doing it with bullets flying live. So he's got a lot of talent. He's got speed, but what does that chemistry look like with a guy throwing in the football? That's what I want to see.
Well, and the good thing is you've got tape and you've seen he's done it at the college level. Like, you already know what he is. Now it's about time.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. At the 20.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D-linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a gamer.
Makes the catch. It's Hughes. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Cardinals will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Let's see what he can do with it. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Now Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Makes the catch, but it's incomplete. Guys, let's talk for a minute. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Firing to the right, complete. Just what they've hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Looking to the big tight end. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Gets it out quickly. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They're on the board first here in the season opener. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on 1st down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's. Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back. And that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Here's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. The Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Pulls it, fired, complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared.
Gonna let it fly. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. They make makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Rides to back and leaves it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Flips it out on the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Hunt is on its way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. Got his man in the middle. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. They're dealing with a second and long. Off the play fake. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they're going to be gassed.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, you know, and then the second one, you know, usually he takes me out of the game.
Got his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
Trying to rumble in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quick completion on the out route. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. All the way back to the 15. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism.
Fires toward the end zone. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Pocket breaking down. Got room to work. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
And, man, that's impressive because I feel like this QB, he knew it, Reese. Like, he knew exactly where he needed to get to. He drops back. He wants to pass the football, but he's like, I got plenty of space to get the 1st down with a little extra, makes that decision, and gets the 1st down.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off play action. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Pound 55.
Snags it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. You don't want to have to settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
Yeah, and when you get in this area and you've got that big target and that big fella.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Ball State 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Cardinals with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Grab near the sticks. It's Durham. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Cardinals send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Wants to return it. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today.
The Cardinals will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Trying to set the tone with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On third down, going up top. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. The Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
This is one of the best run defenses in the entire country. They pride themselves on being the most physical unit, and you are seeing that in this game, shutting down this running back.
Finds his big tight end. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. And the Cardinals will send out the punt unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Catches it at the 15. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To the air, it's St. Clair. Throws to the wideout. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? All by himself down the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes! A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies, and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. He's going for the big play. He's got it down the right side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Cardinals! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
35. Ball State 7.
And he passes on the touchback. Here it comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. On the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Quarterback making adjustments. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the catch. It's Hudson. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. After the 5-yard step off, 1st and 15 for this offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Grabbed in the middle, it's Fleming. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. Fires to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And the Buckeyes are on the move. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Tight end now in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. It's reverse. There he goes. He'll step out of bounds at the 11.
A lot of times you have these guys start, these wide receivers, they're game breakers, and you want to find ways to give them the football, whether it be screens, whether it be jet sweeps. Just find ways to give him the football because he can get 5 yards in a hurry when you need those plays, especially when you want to mix it up on the defense and keep them guessing.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for the
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David.
Touchdown, Ohio State. Great job by the back on the option.
And add it on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Brooks. With the catch, it's Jackson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. He went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going up top here late in the game. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Cardinals will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. He might want another play. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man downfield. There he goes. He's at the and they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
They get a big